Hey kids, Inverted Cow here and welcome back to Empyrion. No, your screen's not entirely dark. I am standing on the observation deck of the invasion base that I have set up on planet Fenris. That's right, I am here on the Wolves planet. I've got the Blue Meanie here with me. I brought the pocket rocket here, but unfortunately she met with a sort of untimely demise. I'm going to take a little quick trip over there and I will show you what happened with her. But I have, as you can see, set up a completely perfect base. Well, not really completely perfect. It is a good base. As you can see, I have completely established a waiting room, kind of a ready room, a full complimentary garden with ample supplies of all the foods that I need. And I have also dug out a large hangar area for me to work in and a smaller hangar area for small vessels and hover vessels. The Blue Meanie was parked, or the pocket rocket here, she was parked here, but it's gone. So here's my little boot and scootin' thing here. So I'm going to jump into this and I'm going to take a cruise over and see if I can spot where the pocket rocket met her demise. Okay, here we are overlooking Fort Majestic. As you know, this is their main battle fort. It is a gun turret, gun wart, whatever you want to call it, base of way too many guns with that sentry post over there, which it protects this area fairly close. If I get much closer than that pothole right there, I get shot at by that sentry turret. But the just on the other side of that ridge down in those trees is where the pocket rocket and my backpack currently reside. Right here we have their spaceport with several spaceships that are just sitting here. Everything is protected quite substantially by that gun base over here. So I have to be careful getting in too close to it. That being said, it wouldn't be a good, right, proper invasion without starting from the beginning. Now, as you know, a few days ago, I launched a full-scale attack on I raided a ship floating in space. It was actually floating in space around the Wolves planet here. In space, there is another set of space defenses. And I very clearly stated, it was like, yeah, we are. I didn't hide the fact that I was in Wolf space. I didn't hide anything when I made that video. That was your warning. That was 3 days ago from when I'm recording this. And I'm probably publishing this in 2 days because I've already got 2 other videos queued. So you do the math on how much lead time you guys have had to have somebody come on server in this faction. Lots. I'm going to say you guys have quit playing, whatever. Now, I was hoping to meet up with maybe a couple other players and have some fun with that fleet, but honestly, the pirates haven't been interested in doing any looting. So I'm going to pause here, fly back to where... This is a hover vessel, by the way. This is what I love about this planet. Look at the gravity I have. It's like I just flew across a crater in a hover vessel. I'm going to head back to my bunker base there, and I'll pick this up when we go and launch an attack on the space defenses around this planet. If I find anybody who's interested in joining me, well, you know, hey, great, that would have been fun. You guys could have gotten in on this. I'm afraid I might have to actually throw additional cargo containers on the Blue Meanie there to haul it all, because there's a lot of ships floating in space up there. And not one of them has offline protection on it anymore. Nothing. So don't go away, kids. I'll be right back. Okay, kids. We are in the Blue Meanie in space, coming up to the Wolves' main shipyards. Yes, if you're going to launch a planetary invasion, the first place you want to do is take out any orbital defenses. Now, I flew past here earlier, way before the pocket rocket got shot down, and there really wasn't a lot for defense here. Let's turn on night lights here so I can see. So let's open the window. And we'll dock up with that, and we'll go poke around inside and see what we can find. We'll start with the base here and kind of work our way from there, I guess. See, now here's the thing. When I first found this, it still had offline protection on some of these ships. So that means somebody had been in the area or on the server from this faction within 2 or 3 days before that. So after 2 or 3 days, the offline protection shuts down and the base is available for attacking. I'm not entirely sure if... Jetpack on, please. Thank you. I'm not entirely sure if you know, it shuts off all the power or shuts off all the weapon systems or what the deal is. But I mean, it's a game mechanic, and I've been really fair about it, taken a lot of time, not rushed into anything, not done anything against server rules or against player rules, as far as I am aware. So I'm going to poke my nose around inside this base, and I'm going to see if I can find the core, knock the core out. Is there lights on in here? There is lights on in here. A fuel tank. Are you telling me this base has a fuel tank in it? Centered elevator shaft. Oh, I got a lot of fuel tanks. A lot of fuel tanks and a lot of cargo boxes. Holy jackpot, Batman. Gravity generator. Is this some kind of a garden? Oh, no, that's an exit outside. A room with the space lights on it. Okay. Now, of course, they could hide the core pretty much anywhere on this station. This well built. So I'm looking for anything that looks very well defended, well protected, or just outright visible. So I'm going to start with this base. I'm probably going to end up having to do is a couple of episodes because I intend to attack pretty much all of these stations, ships, everything that's floating around out here. I'm going to keep the recording on and see what I can find. Very well lit rooms, but very vacant. It's like this base was half finished and quit. This is a tube going to docking ring. Okay, I get it. Docking rings. So if I was building a core on a base this size, that's a lot of combat armor. A person could have a lot of fun with all that combat armor. Okay. Well, let's go have a look, see what we can find. Because I don't believe I can access any of these. Yeah, see, you can't access any other faction stuff. You really need to make it so that you can get into stuff that's if you walk up to a crate or something, you should be able to access the crate or access the box, even if it is locked. It's going to be a shame to have to just blow everything up. Bits and pieces and parts and stuff and things and all kinds of good stuff. Okay, we already checked up here. There's the offline protection. So, I mean, that shows you how long it's been. The offline protection is still sitting here and it's turned off. Well, it's no longer active. Doors. The ventilation's outside. I really don't want to have to blow a hole up in the middle of your base, but your core is somewhere in that giant glob of combat armor. I told you to reload. I've been having a lot of problems with that. Stuff not reloading properly. Excuse me. Oh my God. I don't believe these. The changes they made to the destructive capabilities of things has become ridiculous. Seriously? Okay. If I want to knock a hole in this thing, I'm going to have to knock a hole through the wall with ship weapons. So I'm going to pause here while I go get down to the other, get down back to the blue meanie. I'm going to come around and see about knocking a hole in the side of this base, I guess, because obviously, wow, rockets. Ooh, I kind of figured, you know, they don't even make an explosion anymore when they hit. Last time I blew a hole through combat steel with TNT, it took almost 50 charges of TNT to blow away one block because of the changes that Elyon has made to the damage that explosives does to combat armor. Or to any armor for that matter. Yeah, look at this. I mean, 19. So I just blew up the generators, which did some damage, and the thing, and I'm only down not even 60 points, 54 points, 56 points, I guess. So if I'm going to crack this base open, I'm going to have to bring the meanie up and have a shot at that door. So yeah, don't go away, kids. I'll be back when I start knocking a hole through the center here, I guess. Okay, I spent about half an hour poking around this station. Haven't found anything that indicates where the core is, and honestly I am not going to attempt to break this station with small arms, and I'm not going to waste tons of my ammunition on trying to blow holes in the station to find the core. So I decided to go and take a look at some of these small vessels flying around out here and some of these CVs, and I found this one, Raven. Just parked here doing its thing. Took me a few minutes of poking and snooping, but I found a way in, not knowing if I can find it again, because it took me a few minutes to find it. Hold on a second. I know I saw it. There it is. Tricky, but accessible. And narrow, tight corridors. And there it is. Under the warp drive tank is the core. Snap out the core buster. That was the warp tank. I didn't want to blow that up, but that's okay. I will take that and tax it. Of course, they rigged this ship to explode with having fuel tanks or whatever next to the warp core, next to the core. No big deal, because there's lots of fuel around here. And now I can access and loot anything of interest in this. Oh, look at that. Like, I'm going to be needing fuel. This is the stuff I'm running low on, is Pentaxit Refined, and now I have 2 full stacks of magnesium and fuel. First good chest. Thank you very much for the previous owner of this ship. I will do a little bit more looting and scrounging on this ship. And why do you have spoiled food in your ammo box? Seriously. Okay, that is a little bizarre. Walking would be nice. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm not in the mood to look for an exit again because I had way too much fun with it last time. So we will make an exit. I'm also interested in some of these weapons that are on this ship. But the other thing that caught my eye was the large number of cargo boxes and mining cargo boxes stuck to the side of it. So I'm not sure if they were out harvesting or what happened, but I have no issues with helping myself to the contents of these boxes. I am going to also scoop a few of these thrusters and some other odds and ends. So I'm going to continue snooping around here and keep looting some of these SVs and CVs that are around on the docks here. I'll pick it up as soon as I find another core, get into another ship, whatever, and we'll continue on. Maybe after I've looted a few of these, I'll have another go at trying to find the core on this. Otherwise, I might just try blowing the boxes up and see if that does the trick. I'd rather not, but if boxes now are dropping when you blow them up, well, that's perfect for me, because then I don't have to waste my ammunition on trying to find the core. I'll just simply blow the boxes. I don't mind that. I'd rather not destroy everything, but like I said, it appears as if this faction has quit playing almost completely. So if I'm the only one playing on the server, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with what's left. So don't go away, kids. I'll be back as soon as I find my way onto another one of these little troublemaker boxes, and we'll have some fun with that. Our next little contestant that we are working on here is this lovely little shuttle design. Very boxy, very square. Blue cube. Little blue cube of death here. I'm working on the assumption that because I'm only seeing one layer thick blocks everywhere, the core is more likely going to be right behind the cockpit. And I'm trying to see if I can blow the cockpit up. I hate these rockets. They are so pathetic and weak now. Because my epic shotgun is on the ground, I have to use this tier 2 shotgun, which is horrible. But I will endure. And common core practices is tucking it in someplace, and usually the cockpit goes on immediately behind the core. Seen that a lot, so that's one of the first things I check, especially with small vessels. Okay, there we go. That small vessel is done. Now, I've tried blowing up these boxes. If there's any contents in them, they're gone. So, again, I'm not entirely sure that that's a good way to do it, but we'll strip this thing apart and get all the goodies out of it. Yes, some people who play Space Engineers say the most dangerous thing that they ever see in Space Engineers is an engineer setting up a piston and a rotor. If you've played the game, you know, understand that joke. In Empyrion, the most dangerous thing you don't want to see is the inverted cow with a tier 2 multi-tool. I do more damage with the multi-tool than all other weapons and inventories combined. Hello, thank you for some fuel. I will take that. 683. Plink. And thruster engines. I'm salvaging some of these small vessel parts because I am going to have to make a small vessel for attacking some of the wolf bases. Before I launch the turtle into range, I want to make sure I've knocked out some of those long range high caliber guns, especially some of the things on those towers that are out there. Steel I'm not so overly worried about. Like, I've probably got several thousand steel blocks, and I know I've got a whole base full of inventory of steel. Thrusters and such, it's always nice to steal those. Okay, it looks like that's pretty much everything off of that ship. So, onward to the next thing. Now I'm seeing what looks like armor lockers, and okay, I thought there was a ship over here. Okay, I have no idea how long I've been recording. I've been at this now for about 2 hours so far, with a lot of that time spent snooping around this station trying to find the core. I hate to say it, this is a really beautiful station, and I don't want to have to blow it up to find the core. That being said, this is war, and it might get shot a few times. So I'm going to jump back into the Blue Meanie. I'm going to unload my inventory. I may have to do is actually strap a bunch of cargo boxes onto the top of this thing, simply because of the amount of crap that I'm picking up. But I don't mind making a few small trips down to the planet because food and other things. So don't go away, kids. I'll be right back one more time with another ship. Okay, the next little ship we've encountered here is this partially finished design. I'm not sure what it's going to be called, but it was a very interesting design. It is another small vessel. The core is, of course, right in plain sight where it's hard to find. So there we go, the core is offline. And we'll have a look at this vessel. No oxygen in the tanks. 5100 fuel. Oops, I got too many zeros there. Guessing fuel tanks on the other side. Yep. No food, no gear, no constructor boxes. Oh, some minigun ammo. Beautiful. So there we go. I will disassemble this ship a little bit, take a few of the components and pieces, and I'll be picking it up when I go to the next ship. Don't go away, kids. Be right back. Okay, kids. Our next ship, or set of ships, is this little number here. I thought I found the core when I first got onto the ship because they had something that looked like a plate underneath the thing. I thought, oh, it was a newbie mistake. It was not. It was a tricky. Wasted a lot of ammo blowing up a steel plate that was nothing. So I took another long look at this ship and walked through it. I love this ship because they've got a sensor on it that opens the door for me, and I don't have to blow a hole through the back of the ship to get onto it. Nothing. There's a hover vessel and a small vessel on this ship as well, but I shot out this door down here and I went in, and lo and behold, there's the core right behind that oxygen tank. So thank you for your ship and your donations, whoever's ship this was. I will be happy to clean this out, remove any and all useful materials, all 8,400 oxygen, and I'm sure you got fuel tanks in here someplace. Oh, you do. Let's say 10,000. Oops, there you go. Ammo. Oh, some more minigun ammo. Very nice. It was a very interesting design ship. It had a nice peaked cockpit and fairly nice design. The hard part about the ship, the first door I shot regenerated, because this ship was actually parked on the station repair beacon thing. So I had to come over here and ask that to stop fixing the ship while I was in the middle of destroying it. These giant ships that you see floating back here, that one, and I think there's a third one over on the side there somewhere. I am not going to attempt to do those on this episode. I will do those, but that will probably be next episode. In fact, this is probably going to be the last ship of this episode. I will cut it here, and I will take a little bit of time and clean up these last couple small ships that are on the thing here, because yeah, it's taken a couple of hours so far to get to this point, and well, you get the idea. I'm going to keep looting and destroying and having a good time, because you know, that's the thing. If the wolves are away, the cow will play. Hate to say it, but you guys are gone. I'm going to have some fun with it. Cannot pick up. Inventory is full. It means I'm leaving little boxes of stuff. So I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids. I'm going to strip this ship apart and take apart these two little guys that are here. See if I can. There we go. I've got this little guy here that's going to come apart. I think there was one other small vessel. There's a small vessel on this ship as well as a hover vessel. And that will clear off pretty much everything I see on the docks. I don't know what that thing is over there. I'm going to go take a closer look at it. But then next episode, we're going to have a go at these large mammoth-sized ships. This thing here looks really tempting. I'm expecting to have some fun taking the core out of this. And like I said, I'm probably going to have to violently extract the core on this station. I don't even know where to begin to look for it. Although I could probably just park on top here with a minigun set to find core and just let it chew through all of the combat steel. And come back in an hour or so and the core will be gone. Not my choice, but yeah, if I can't get stuff when I destroy it, then we'll see. This is another beautiful design ship. There's a cargo pod on the back of it. I'm going to loot this cargo pod here, but I'm afraid this paladin is going to fall underneath the thing as well. Probably, like I said, on the next episode. There's just so much ships here to destroy, so many things here on this station to loot. Like, I don't even know where to begin with it all. It's fun. But I mean, if you quit playing, well, somebody else is going to take your stuff. So next episode, we will finish looting this station. We will come back after that, and I will commence my ground or my air assault on the wolf base systems, and after that we will probably commence ground assault on the wolf bases. Probably 3 or 4 episodes of doing that, I am certain, because unless I have some help that's just basically the sheer mass of clearing it out is going to be phenomenal. But thanks all for watching, kids. And I'll see you on the next episode. Good night.